Once a scumbag, always a scumbag. Hello everyone and welcome to ECW. A somber start to the show as the coward Corin declines the WrestleMania challenge of Seth Rollins here in Freedom Hall in Louisville, Kentucky. It's a rough start to the evening, and it's only going to get rougher because at the end of tonight we are going to be hosting the celebration of Los Ingobernables de Japon. Every member of that group will be here tonight to celebrate whatever it is LIJ has to celebrate. I'm sure it's something against ECW. That also means, of course, Naito is here tonight. Starting the night with Corin and ending it with Naito. I did not realize we were living in an alternate universe of ECW where everything was the worst that it could possibly be. Hello everyone and welcome wherever you are tuning in for this episode of ECW. Anyway, the road to WrestleMania is building up now and opportunities are presenting themselves across the card here for these men to make an opportunity for themselves, including none other than Shane Thorne, who in his last two matches has been impressing. And they haven't been easy matches either. I mean, he had Tomohiro Ishii in one and Adam Cole in the other, and he still gave it his all. And he's going to look to do it again here tonight because Shane Thorne is going to have to go one-on-one against the Viper, Randy Orton here. And there is Randy Orton! RKO from the Viper onto Shane Thorne already. Randy Orton is not playing around here tonight. Whatever it is that has got under the Viper's skin, Shane Thorne is the one feeling the wrath of it. That RKO has leveled him, but this match has never got underway. Thorne pulling himself up to his feet. The referee rings the bell. We're underway. Another RKO from Orton. Hooks the leg. Thorne done for. Arrive, RKO, leave. What Randy Orton would call a successful evening here as ECW gets underway. Whatever it is that has ticked off Orton, it is Shane Thorne who feels the wrath of it, leveled by an RKO here this evening. Oh, wait. Orton isn't done here either. Orton is not done with Shane Thorne. Dragging him back into the ring here. The bout is over. The message has been sent loud and clear, Randy Orton, but he wants to do it again. Lifts him up to his feet and drags him up into the ropes. Hangman's DDT from Orton onto Thorne. And one more time tonight. Look Thorne in the eyes. Put the man out of his misery already. The Viper is pissed tonight. Well, there you see them, folks. The duo with Evil and Sonata in their own personal locker room backstage. One rule has been given, evident and clear. There is to be no contact between LIJ and ECW tonight ahead of this celebration. And the reaction from Louisville tells the story as well. However, while it is pain in regards to seeing LIJ, there is another man who is going through pain as well. Dominik Dijakovic, the man who had one of the matches of the year at the King of the Ring tournament, took to Twitter earlier this week to announce that he picked up 2 broken ribs in his matchup with Keith Lee. Called it the greatest match of his career, but unfortunately, he will be missing the grandest stage of them all as a result of his injuries. Once again, though, thanked Keith Lee for the match and said the next time they do it, he's got a receipt with Keith Lee's name on it. An emphatic start here on ECW, and hopefully we're about to get a little bit of calm to go with it as well, because up next, this one should be good. Mustafa Ali to go one-on-one with the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii. Maybe a moment to finally digest just what is going on here in this edition of ECW. Corin opening the show, declining the challenge for WrestleMania by Seth Rollins, and not just anyone coming out to stare him in the eyes. Lord knows after last week it wouldn't be me, but the chairman of this entire company, Vince McMahon, looking Corin in the eyes, calling him a coward, saying the man has no balls. And you know what? Yeah, Vince is right. Of course I'm going to say that, he's my boss. But he is right. Last week I learned that. And one day, he's going to get his comeuppance. And we will all rejoice, because it will be so worth it. This is not an episode of ECW that I'm going to enjoy this evening from the start and the finish aspect of it. But what's going on in between, I can get on board with. And this match, I can definitely get on board with as well. Two fine talents here in ECW, and a man who has his sights firmly set on Adam Cole and the ECW Television Championship as well, making his way towards the ring. Tomohiro Ishii. Saw him last week standing in the locker room with Adam Cole, staring Adam Cole down and saying, hey, you've got something that should be mine, and I want it. And Adam Cole simply said to him, name the time, name the place. We'll get it on. Big reaction for the Stone Pitbull as well here in Freedom Hall, as we are ready to go between these two fine athletes. A little bit of a David and Goliath setting here maybe. Mustafa Ali maybe weighing 205 pounds. Ishii probably got about 25 pounds on Ali, but it's not about the weight actually for Ishii, it's about the hits. It's about how hard that man hits, how unforgiving he is when he hits you as well. And he is telling Ali to hit first, so let's see how this one goes. Both these men have had their run-ins with the former ECW Television Champion as well in Rusev. It certainly seemed as if a few weeks ago in ECW we were on our way to get Tomohiro Ishii versus Rusev for the television title, until the attack from Los Ingobernables de Japon took Ishii down and out, and it was Adam Cole who stepped up to the plate. And of course Adam Cole who became the television champion. That's why I think Ishii believes that title should be his, and why he believes he has a right to it as well. Super kick there from Ali takes Ishii off his feet. Feels good to have a moment here to just soak everything in on ECW. A night to, again, this is a night from hell for ECW. Start the night with the most hated man in the world, end the night with the second most hated man in the world, I guess. It's not a good night. Not a good night at all. But at least the wrestling will be good, as it is every single week on ECW. Plenty to come here tonight as well. We are going to be hearing, after this contest, from the Cruiserweight Champion, Rey Mysterio. And he has something in regards to the Cruiserweight division, and a matchup that he wants next week on this show as well. Great snap German suplex there from Mustafa Ali. Cover a kick out at one. And for our in-ring main event as well, building up for a number of weeks now, we're going to be seeing Cedric Alexander and Drew McIntyre collide in this ring here. That should be a good one as well. Plenty of bad blood brewing between those two men over the past few weeks. And we're going to be all seeing it boil over here tonight in Louisville. Ishii just the right hand there into the face of Ali, calling him up to his feet here. He wants to keep this one going. Misses with that right hand there, and Ali able to capitalize. Quick arm drag takes him down. Front face lock. Ali just looking to create some breathing space right now. Chin lock applied here on Tomohiro Ishii. Just wearing down the big man. Taking the momentum away from him. And just making sure that he gets to control the diktat of this pace for a moment. But oh! Ishii comes up with a counter. Went for the big lariat. Moved out of the way though, did Ali roll up from behind? Schoolboy, can he get the victory here over Ishii? There's two, and almost had him, but Ishii get the far shoulder up there. Scott Armstrong in the perfect position to make the call on that one there. Kicking the gut for Ishii, up on this, up high, is it brain buster? No! Drill claw instead. Leveled him, but Ali, forever a fighter, forever a warrior. Quick neck breaker there from Ali. Heads up high. Leg drop across the throat of Ishii, and it's only good for a one. And Ishii rolls out of the way. Pace picking up in this thing now. They're going at it with one another. They're throwing the heavy hits. Irish whip off the ropes. Ishii lines him up, slamming him down. No. Great counter from Ali there in the nick of time. Moved out of the way. Right hands rocks Ishii for a moment there. Knife edge chop in the chest for good measure as well. Ali lining him up, throwing Ishii outside of the ring. Ishii trying to connect himself on the outside. And Ali will join him out there. Absolutely fantastic from Ali. Cleared the top rope as if it wasn't even there before crashing down on the stone pit bull. Ali on the apron now. Slingshot. Neck breaker. Into the cover. Is Ishii over and done for? There's one. There's two. And oh, again the shoulder up in time. Scott Armstrong again with a great coil as a springboard moonsault connects. From Ali, he covers again. Has he beaten Ishii this time? No! Now this is what ECW can be proud of this evening. A matchup like this between competitors like these two, giving it their all to try and beat the other. Ali, hammerlock here applied. Big back elbow there by Ishii. Rocks Ali a little bit as well. Look at this! The big man with a big hurricanrana, lighting him up, shoulder charging him down. Ishii back and alive in this contest now. Irish whip again. Oh, didn't get all of that lariat, but he definitely got enough to take care of him there. Ishii picks him up to his feet, full head of steam. Lariat from Ishii, brainbuster, counter from Ali. Great counter as well. Ali, top rope again, high risk and no reward. No one home on the backs on the guillotine leg drop. Ishii got all of Ali there. And slams him down again for good measure. Surprised Ali's head is still attached to his shoulders after that lariat, but it ain't going to get any better for him. It's another drill call there from Ishii, who brings him up to his feet again. Move after move being connected here by the stone pit bull, and it ain't getting any easier with every move that goes by for Ali to fight back in this thing. Adam Cole said name the time, name the place to Ishii. If I was watching this match and if I was ECW Television Champion, I might be thinking, I might regret that decision. Drop down there from Ali. Incoming. Nicely done from Ali. Planted him down there. Ali in. Ishii's bringing himself back up to his feet, but not good enough. Ali there to meet him with a drop kick. Super kick. No one home. Ishii gets countered. Ali, knife edge chop. And a German suplex onto Ishii. Man, are these guys giving it their all on one another here. They've been throwing bombs at one another, but Ali is looking to fire the one that will end this contest here. Calling him to his feet. Slingshot. Lariat! And just in case your head wasn't boggled enough, vertical drop, brain buster. That'll do it. Ishii, your winner, in a fine outing from both men. Very much enjoyed that one. They threw a lot at each other there. Ishii hangs on though, withstands the punishment and leaves victorious over Mustafa Ali. Certainly a stark contrast to our opening bout this evening, but a welcome one to be sure. The Stone Pitbull, your winner here tonight on ECW. Oh, but it ain't over for him yet, because there's the champ, Adam Cole, in the building. And Adam Cole ain't messing around either. He's telling Ishii, do you want your hands on this title? Come and get it. He wants the fight with Ishii. And Ishii is looking on from the apron here. And Adam Cole is going to have his message answered. Ishii isn't just going to stand up at the ring and give him the answer. Ishii is walking all the way to the face of Adam Cole. These two men face to face with one another. And I think Ishii's answer is about to be given. And there it is. We're on for next week. The ECW television title will be up for grabs. It'll be Tomohiro Ishii versus Adam Cole for the title. Almost like there's no moments to rest here on ECW. As we now get set for our in-ring main event of the evening, there is plenty to look forward to next week already. Rey Mysterio just saying he wants to face Lince Dorado. And an ECW Television Championship match on the cards between Adam Cole and Tomohiro Ishii. You can smell WrestleMania in the air. But right now it's time for a big contest between these two sides. Drew McIntyre, the leader of the British Empire, to go one-on-one with Cedric Alexander. This has been brewing up for a number of weeks. This has reached its boiling point, I think, once already. We saw last week Drew McIntyre try to deploy strength in numbers over Cedric Alexander, and it didn't pan out the way he wanted it to. Cedric stood tall at the end of it, and now it is time for these two sides to go about their long-awaited fight. What started as a Claymore in passing on Cedric Alexander to prove a point for the British Empire has led into Cedric refusing to stay down, fighting alongside the Revival against a common foe in the British Empire. And now Cedric Alexander gets his hands on the man at the top of the chain of that group, the leader of the British Empire. And as the boos ran out for Drew McIntyre, they aren't the same for Cedric Alexander. Louisville on the side of the man who will stand up to McIntyre and the force that is the British Empire. This is going to be a good one. Tension in the air between them. Anger on both sides. And a lot to let out in that ring. I am really much looking forward to this main event. Cedric Alexander might get the opportunity to shut that mouth to Drew McIntyre here tonight, but at the same time he could be on the receiving end of another Claymore kick. Whatever the case will be, these two men are not going to lay down for one another easily. They're going to throw bombs at one another until the other one can't stand any longer. But who will leave as the winner here tonight? Now we're in ring main event. Drew McIntyre and Cedric Alexander to collide. Bell rings and we are underway. And it's Cedric straight out of the gates. Charging at Drew McIntyre to get this one underway. And taking the big man down as well for good measure. Oh, low drop kick there. And McIntyre goes off his feet early on. This is what Cedric Alexander has wanted. This is what he has been waiting for. 8-second ride. He hasn't come into this match looking to go toe for toe, looking to collar and elbow tie up and chain wrestle with Drew McIntyre. He has come into this match to fight Drew McIntyre, and he is doing it right from the get-go. Cross body. Oh, McIntyre caught him out of the air though. McIntyre, he wants a fight as well. Look at the strength from this man. Holding him up before dropping him down with authority. And McIntyre suddenly changes the playing field of this contest into his side, into his net. Look out. Oh, nice form in the corner there. From McIntyre onto Cedric, and here we go. Powerbomb maybe incoming. Oh, nicely countered there by Cedric Alexander. Sunset flip rollover. Has Cedric beaten McIntyre this early? Of course not, it's only a 1 count. But Cedric showing to Drew McIntyre that he can take the fight. Beautiful springboard maneuver there for Cedric Alexander, and check out the strength on this guy as well. Falcon Arrow. There could be more, at least 60 pounds I would say between these two guys. But it ain't making a difference here because Cedric has given McIntyre a hell of a fight, but McIntyre so far kicking out of everything that Cedric is throwing his way, and a nasty big boot takes him down there. Back up again. Oh no, McIntyre, no, pile driver! Deadly pile driver as well on Cedric Alexander, and now he locks in. Dragon Sleeper here being applied on Cedric, but the knees by Cedric Alexander getting him out of that one quick and sharpish. Running neck breaker takes McIntyre back down. Second rope, elbow drop, no one home. Right hand from McIntyre, and again Cedric goes down here, tit for tat. We are seeing that both these guys are taking each other's big shots, and they're hanging on from them as well. Sit out power bomb from McIntyre, shoulders down, legs planted on top of them. Could this be it? Cedric Alexander emphatically kicks out at 2 to prove his point. McIntyre in charge for a moment there, but Cedric counters his way out of it. Back suplex, sit out bomb there from Cedric Alexander. McIntyre going down. And the chance still there for Cedric, suplexing the bigger man. There's one thing that I'm going to give McIntyre credit for thus far. Hang on, elbow drop, no one home. There's one thing I'm going to give McIntyre credit for. Oh, brutal pile driver. It's that he's doing it alone. No British Empire. He has said this, it looks as if McIntyre is really taking this into his own as his business. And credit to him for that has to be said. Definitely don't like the guy, definitely don't like what the British Empire is all about. But I can respect that he wants to go it alone here tonight against Cedric Alexander. And Cedric is making him work for that fight and that win. Big smacks from Cedric there. Falcon Arrow again. Got all of it. Grabs the leg. Hooks it. Shoulders down. There's 2 and all. Another big kick out there by McIntyre. In what feels like a big main event match to go with it as well. Cedric lining up McIntyre maybe. Standing on the apron. Doesn't know where he is, and the springboard clothesline comes in and takes him down. McIntyre down. Is he out? Cedric covers. Count of 2. Look at the crowd here. On their feet for what they're seeing, and I don't blame them. This is one hell of a contest thus far, and it's still got a ways to go before we have a definitive winner. Nothing on the line. WrestleMania season almost doesn't matter to these two right now because it is about the disdain that they have for each other. Wait a minute, McIntyre! Oh no! Devastating move! But Cedric still powering out of it. Still staying alive and still keeping his head high and his shoulders off the canvas before the count of 3 can come down on it. Big time suplex. And now we're seeing the advantage that McIntyre has. His pain threshold, his ability to withstand the beating that Cedric Alexander is throwing at him. He's taking the beating and he's fighting on and he's trying to overpower Cedric, but a good counter from Cedric on the apron. Oh, flying forearm in the ring. And now, springboard moonsault. Credit where it's due, the same can be said of Cedric. He's taken a hell of a beating and he's giving it all back. Frog splash, cover, 1. McIntyre kicks out of 1. And Cedric looks on for a moment as if to say, how did that happen? Flustered for a moment there by McIntyre's early kick out, but staying focused. Right hand, took too long. McIntyre played possum on the mat. And he's going to make him pay for it. Look out, inverted Alabama slam. Lethal from McIntyre. And the power just keeps on coming. Up and over the top rope. Cedric in trouble again here. The more this is going on, the more punishment that Cedric is taking, the harder it's going to be. McIntyre's taken a Class A beating as well, but the difference is that McIntyre is bigger, tougher than Cedric. Cedric's got to look into his heart right now to get out of this Boston crowd. It's his heart that has guided him thus far, and it's his heart that is guiding him to the ropes that he reaches. Makes his way to the bottom rope, and McIntyre's ready to say goodnight to Cedric Alexander. Lighting it up, Claymore kick is countered. Big counter by Cedric Alexander. McIntyre rocked against the ropes, thrown out of the ring. Alexander! Big fight feel has been in the air. And Mike McIntyre be in the air as well. Lombard check is denied. The biggest opportunity someone's had to win in this contest, and it was taken away from Cedric, but he still fights on. Big T-bone. McIntyre clutching to the turnbuckle. I don't think he has any idea where he might be right now. Maybe that Lombard check counter was on instinct alone. Oh, big counter by McIntyre though. He has still got some fight in this one, and he's making sure that Cedric sees it as well. Off the ropes we go again. Look out here. Sit out spine buster. I think Cedric's head could have bounced off the mat there. And McIntyre looking at the down Cedric, and his anger is showing itself now. Stomping away at the down Cedric. Wait, where's McIntyre going here? Out of the ring. Wait. McIntyre with steel steps in hand Is he going to get himself disqualified to beat Cedric? Oh, speaking of Cedric! Off the top of the dropkick down to McIntyre. Steps taken out of his hands, and they're fighting outside of the ring. Oh, and he drills him into the floor. Cedric Alexander may have almost had a set of steel steps driven into his face there, but he keeps fighting on, and he's back up on the top row. Elbow drops down onto McIntyre, but McIntyre counters. No, not on the outside. Oh my goodness, a pile driver on the outside. Wait, no. No, those steps are still in play. McIntyre, don't do it. Oh God. Powerbomb onto the steps. Referee can't call for the DQ. Nothing illegal about it. But certainly plenty wrong with it. McIntyre lines up Cedric Alexander. Claymore kick. McIntyre beats Cedric. A shame it had to end that way. They were throwing bombs at each other this whole contest. But that pile driver on the outside that led into the brutal powerbomb on the steps was all she wrote. McIntyre defeats Cedric Alexander in a Class A main event. Up and lean over, the Revival! Shadow Machine! Shadow Machine for the Revival! The Tag Team Champions assaulting the leader of the British Empire! And they got plenty to say to him as well! Oh, have we got a fight on our hands, all right? Next week on ECW, the Revival will put their tag team titles on the line against the British Empire, once and for all. It certainly is WrestleMania season, but next week feels like it's going to be a damn pay-per-view here on ECW. Coming up next week, the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii challenges Adam Cole for the ECW Television Championship. What about that would be just on its own, but we're going double. 2 title matches next week. The British Empire will face the Revival for the ECW Tag Team titles. 2 title matches next week on this show. And who knows what else will come our way as well. Next week's ECW already looking like it's can't miss TV. But now, as much as we can look forward with a smile on our faces to next week's show, it's the here and now that we have to endure. Now it is time for the celebration of Los Ingobernables de Japon. The ring has been restructured for these men. This is going to be one of the worst moments in ECW's history, and we all have to endure it. Well, here we are. The ring set up in LIJ colors. ECW apparel removed. Sonata, Evil, and Hiromu stand in the ring, and the boos are already deafening here in Louisville. And I've been given one simple instruction for this evening. While I'm not allowed to speak during this celebration, Louisville will speak on behalf of the entire world. Let him hear it. He's earned it. He deserves it. This man has taken everything about this company and thrown it into the ground from the very day that he won that title. And look at what he's done to that title as well. That title used to shine. That belt leather used to be black, and now look at it. Broken, battered, beaten. Looks like it hasn't been cared for in months. That title is the embodiment of Naito to ECW. That title is damaged, it is scarred, it is beaten. And Naito holds it on his shoulder for the entire world to see. And Louisville is letting him gladly know what they think of him. It almost makes me sick to my stomach looking at what has happened to that ECW title. But tonight though, I'm sure there's a sick smirk on his face. All of LIJ stands in the ring. And I don't think I can say anything that Louisville already aren't. What just happened? The lights are gone out. We've still got power on in this building, but the lights are gone out here. What's going on? Aleister Black is gate crashing the celebration, and Sonata is charging right for him. Black Master Cold Skull. Black is making a beeline for the ring. Sonata is down, and now here comes Evil, the King of Darkness. Same for you, Black Mass. Evil and Sonata are down, and Black is standing on the apron. The lights back up in the building, and all that's there is Hiromu. Naito has run for the hills, nowhere to be seen. Hiromu though, he'll try and fight against him, and he will get the same treatment. Black Mass. Tetsuya Naito's celebration of Los Ingobernables de Japon has been brought to a crushing end. Aleister Black crashes the party with one big warning for Naito and LIJ. Vengeance has called his name. The card has been dealt, and Naito is on the face of it. There is a new threat to the ECW Championship, and his name is Aleister Black.